Welcome back, Wrestle Nerds. Victor Villain here, and we are Wrestling Entertainment's champions, of course, accompanied by only the greats. Why don't you introduce yourselves, gentlemen?
It's JP Savage. Hello, you're welcome, goodbye.
Mischief, you heard, let him have it.
Pretty trouble. Dímelo, mi gente.
Pretty trouble?
Hey, Pretty Trouble is right.
Así me llaman en la calle.
Ay, papá. They got them nicknames for you heavy. We back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to give you some special preparations for a very hot, the hot fuego prep for Bound for Glory. The time has come. The pre-show is here. We're only a few hours away from greatness, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, how we feeling? Are we excited or what?
Victor Villain, you don't understand. You talking about Bound for Glory. You are talking about potentially the pay-per-view of the year last year. You are talking about a company that has withstood through all the adversity. Impact is also one of those companies that throughout this entire pandemic has been putting on bangers. And Bound for Glory is the culmination of all of that. Are you telling me are excited? It's like you asked
Amen.
me, I like ice cream.
If you're not, you got to check your pulse. I don't know what else to tell you.
And you know what else you got to do? You got to subscribe and like HPC Too Sweet on IG and Twitter, Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots. You already know because you
Woo! Pay them bills early, baby. And
you think about it. JP, you're right, yo. This was one of the greatest pay-per-view last year. And here we are, a whole year later, and think about how much better the company has gotten. Right? How much crazier.
Yes.
And in a time where we criticize a lot of like the funny and the in-ring work and like, is there a balance, right? We got Jim Cornette calling shit mud shows. So
I'm good at keeping balance.
Like we've got like Impact putting on like legitimately good all around entertaining shows. Like it's got plenty of bullshit. It's got plenty of things that like everybody will enjoy, like everybody could fall in love with. And it brings me to a specific point because there's one thing that people have not gotten their dose of in other companies that Impact's been giving them. They've been giving them that intergender matchup. What we continue to see here is a company that's willing to go there, right? And do it well. I have not seen an intergender match on Impact that has left me like, oh, I either don't believe it or it was a piece of crap, right? We saw Tessa Blanchard do her thing out there. We saw like all these women, right? Ataya Valkyrie can stand up to him, right? Jordan Grace can stand up to him, right? We got Tennille Dashwood, right? Who's going to stand up to him. And that's exciting to see something that you're not going to see anywhere else, at least for the near future. I'm going to see it right from the beginning of the show.
And when it does get big, though, because I see it being a thing, if not everywhere, most places, it's going to be that much sweeter to appreciate that Impact has been doing it from the very get-go. And speaking of the very get-go,
with no qualms with intergender wrestling, Sami Calihan.
Ha! Ese mismo. I want to take the fans on a little trip. We had a little conversation with one Sami Calihan and Eddie Edwards, and let's see what that had turned into.
Hey Josh, how you doing, Sammy? How you doing, Eddie? My first question here is: this year's for Bound for Glory is different for you, Sammy. You're not the main event, but how does that help prepare you to help Ken Shamrock in his match? And do you have any tricks up your sleeve that you can hit him with before the match?
I don't know if you know this, but I'm the draw Sami Calihan. Anything that I'm a part of is the main event. You look, the last 3 years of Impact Wrestling, anything Sami Calihan does is the most buzzworthy and talk about thing on the entire show. And this year is going to be no different. But I kind of get to kill two birds with one stone. One, I get Ken Shamrock to go back to being the vicious killer that he used to be. And two, I get to watch him break Eddie Edwards' ankle. So it's a good win-win for me.
Oof. And for Eddie, for you, how do you prepare for the antics of Sammy in this matchup against Ken?
You
What are
can't.
you more focused on?
You can't.
You know, me and Sammy have done this before. He's not going to bring anything new to the table. This is why he had to bring in Shamrock. His old friends where'd they go? They're not around anymore. So he's finding new friends, new minions to join him to try to do his dirty business, and that's fine. Like I'm prepared for anything Sammy's gonna do because I know he's unpredictable. So I'm prepared. Whatever you got, bring it, Sammy. I don't care, and you'll have all the time in the world to prepare for it because, well, you're not on the show in a match, so plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Prepared. You're going to be prepared if I pull a dinosaur out from under the ring. You never know what the draw Sammy Callahan's going to do. Try to prepare for that, Edward.
I love a T-Rex. Give me a T-Rex. Make a balloon T-Rex, you clown.
I'm a clown.
Thank you. You said it, not me. You said it.
Most definitely ready for that encounter. And I don't know, man. I think Eddie Edwards got his hands full with one Ken Shamrock and Mr. Sammy Calihan on the corner. How we feeling about this match, guys?
You guys are going to tear each other apart.
Yo, I want to know, what did Eddie Edwards do to deserve the beatdown he's going to receive this week? Like why? The man finally got the strap. And then you got to put him up against somebody like Sammy Calihan, who we know can be the most despicable human being on this planet. He doesn't care. Mitchell just said he don't mind spitting on a woman. Like, the man has done these things and worse. And then you align him with Ken Shamrock? Listen, between Ken Shamrock's age and his history in the ring, like, he doesn't even know if it's real or fake anymore, bro. Like, you serious right now?
He didn't even shoot punch you.
It's a
What did you
shoot.
do, Eddie?
It's a shoot.
Come on. No, he snapped mid-segment. He's like, this shit's for real. Like, I'm telling you. Bro. He's just don't talk that damn wrestling.
Ken Shamrock is gonna be, I don't know, he seems to have been well trained. Sammy seems to say that he got some under the wing and he's brought back that beast and that dangerous man that once lurked there once upon a time ago.
Hey, he's in phenomenal shape. Like, the man is in probably the leanest I've ever seen him. So as far as the physicality, I've seen him do a couple matches in Impact. He's done okay. He's not what we remember, but he's done okay.
Definitely not.
I think they put him in matches that maybe overbook him a little too much. Right? They maybe have to do the go the Goldberg route. But
shout out to diving out the ring.
But he signed a contract. He didn't just show up to, be main event on a pay-per-view. That
Same ballet, baby.
You know what I'm saying? So, and remember, this is a night where he's going to be inducted into a Hall of Fame. Like, the man's going to have something to do with something.
Be sure to tune in to that Hall of Fame coming up shortly. I think about an hour out of the show tonight. We're just hours away from this banger, baby. The biggest night in Impact Wrestling is here, and we excited. We know you're subscribing. Hit that subscribe, baby. Woo, baby. Too sweet. You know what else is too sweet? An undisclosed location to have a match. EC3 is back in town, and he's stolen that TNA Impact World Heavyweight Championship from Moose. But Moose wasn't playing good aims. He got that right back in time for his match at Bound for Glory. Anybody peep that this past week on Impact?
Listen. EC3 has become the Bill Murray of the wrestling world, apparently. He's just showing up in places where he don't belong. And he's doing whatever the fuck he wants. Like, Moose, he's coming after Moose. That's what we're doing.
Yo, I'm excited to see EC3 and Moose finally go at it. I'm not a big fan of Moose. I love Moose getting his ass kicked.
But the payoff is grand because we have not seen them lock horns.
That's part of the storytelling right there.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Just remember, there's a title being thrown in the river too. Titles were thrown. Titles were harmed in the making of this production.
Titles were harmed.
So
he almost tossed EC3 over that bridge. He almost. I'm not a fan of that though. Right? Yeah. I almost logged out. Click, sign, swipe left. I'm not a fan of him. I feel like having him go out there and get that belt at that bridge. How do I know that's not the undisclosed location now? Like, it kind of took it back for me, but I am excited for the match.
What, they're gonna go search for the belt?
Well, he he called him out, and then he met him at the location that he was at, which was the bridge, and he just beat him up, and he took the belt, bloody hands and all. To me, that felt the whole beef was about that title, that he took the title. So now that he has the title, why are you gonna have another match and you still gonna have the undisclosed match? I feel like that should have been the match.
All right. Well, let's see. Listen, anytime you bring a bridge and EC3, there's about to be explosions. So we'll see. We'll see. C4. We'll see.
We'll see 4.
We'll see more. Oh man.
Stay tuned, folks.
I think we gotta call some shots.
Sounds like you're calling your shot. And then what I believe is gonna be match of the night. The night right here is to call your shot.
I wanna hear picks though. I wanna hear some picks, man. Cause there is some talent in this call your shot gauntlet match. Let me tell you. Ooh, and a recipe for entertainment. That's all I see here, man.
Why don't we orient the people, and explain to them what exactly does a call your shot match entail? So, what are they fighting for?
We are fighting for a chance. Call your shot at any title at Impact at any time, but you have to get through the gauntlet. You got to get through each and every superstar. Ace Romero, Alicia Edwards, Cody Deaner, Brian Myers, our boy. Havoc, Heath, can he do it? Hernandez, Larry D, Rhino. But Rhino, this past week, was learned to be the #1 entrant. And now we all know that I'm going for Heath here. And the problem here is Rhino made that deal with the devil. Now, if Rhino doesn't win or Heath doesn't win, Rhino's out of a contract. If Heath wins this match, he's in, baby. He's good money. I'm pulling with Heath. I'm pulling for Heath. I have to. I can't see Rhino go yet.
Well, there's a lot of performers not mentioned yet, right?
We still got.
Yes. Right.
What is it, like a total of like 20?
We got wrestlers in this? Yeah, 20. I think 30.
But and let's remember also that we are talking about an intergender gauntlet, and we are talking about a company that has had a woman as the world champion. So if one of our women performers ends up winning this gauntlet, they could go for the world championship. And someone like Jordan Grace could be believable winning the world championship. You know what I mean?
Maybe putting her in that with that cruiserweight. I mean, with that X Division match last pay-per-view was a little teaser.
Right. So this is the question I have with this type of match. Like, what's to stop somebody from going for the main title, right? Like, if somebody wins this match and goes for X Division title, like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Well, it's the same thing with the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So, I mean, you do what you want with it where you want to do it. And, yeah, I can see your point about it being a waste.
Nobody's cashed in the Money in the Bank for the U.S. title, right?
Especially since the X Division Championship already has a Jordan Grace and a Chris Bay and a Trey and a TJP and a Willie Mack going up against Raja. Yo,
would that not even be entertaining, though, to see? Like, would you not even want to see that? Or like you want to see somebody go after the X Division Championship if they win?
If they win the Call Your Shot Gauntlet? Nah, fam.
No.
Nah.
You gotta go for the top. You gotta go for the top prize in the company.
I'm gonna be the best cruiserweight.
Definitely.
Yeah, maybe you're in that weight class though.
Doesn't make sense.
Not even you can't even book it.
What are we getting? A returning Petey Williams?
I see somewhere WWE has booked this.
Why you trying to start with fossil watches? What's going on? You gotta go big or go home. If you win the gauntlet, you gotta go for the main strap, man or woman. I'm just saying.
Tommy Dreamer
about equity
for the women's championship. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to see.
That shit would be crazy. That shit would be crazy.
Yo, what if he does that? Is that sexist? Huh? Is
I don't think
we
so.
let the women go for the men's championship?
What if Tommy Dreamer goes all Andy Kaufman and shit? Like, what are you gonna do? Let it rock. It's Impact, baby. You on Access TV. The only competition you got on Access TV is New Japan when they decide to put on a show. Listen, you have all the airtime. Give the belt to whoever you want, man. It will still go over better than Carmella and her boy at Money in the Bank. That's all I'm saying.
Oof, rough. I just confirmed there will be 20 participants. Rhino will be number 20. Will be number 1.
He's coming twice?
But he's gonna do a Foley. Rhino and then Man Beast will be in both. The 2 competitors will start and it will be after time. It's basic Royal Rumble stuff here if you are familiar. Man, just part of me is too strong on Heath, man. But that Jordan Grace, win would just sound so good for her to take over to Tessa's spotlight and overshadow that.
But is Jordan Grace in the Gauntlet match too? Because she's in the X Division match.
You don't know. We don't know that. You can't say no. Double dipping is right.
She can take the double dipping.
And we gotta move on.
She's a hell of a performer. She has the cardiovascular skill. She has the muscle to be able to be in both matches.
And speaking about Jordan Grace, what if her boo Jonathan Gresham shows up at this Call Your Shot Gauntlet?
He'll eliminate her first.
What if the hottest free agent in wrestling right now shows up? An SCI alumni, James Storm. What if he returns? He could win this. No, James Storm. He could come back. It's bound for glory. Anything can happen.
Hey, on a night where you have a Hall of Fame happening, anything's possible. Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
And there's somebody, if you want somebody that's legitimate to win that gauntlet match and challenge for that world title, James Storm.
Cowboys, James Storm.
Imagine him and Calihan going at it. Sorry, Eddie Edwards.
Eddie Edwards. Man, how about this tag team match, bro?
This is another exciting match. This might be the match of the night.
Motor City Machine Guns against the Good Brothers, Madman Fulton and Ace Austin, and the North.
Oof.
What a match.
Excitement all across the board. All across the board, man. For sure. Who was going to say something? My bad, miss.
We good. Yo, the Machine Guns are fucking incredible. They've been really, 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 really entertaining in the ring. And the North have also had a tremendous run at the titles. So, like, their tag team division, like, right now in wrestling, like, it's a division that's lacking everywhere else. And it seems like Impact is here putting it together, baby.
So who do you guys think is going to... Who do you guys think is going to be the tag team to stand out in this match, though? Because you know we're going to get from the Good Brothers. You know we're going to get from the North. You know we're going to get from the Motor City Machine Guns. Do we know about Madman and Fulton and Ace Austin?
That's who you going to get it from, because we're going to get the debut of this fresh tag team. And like I even asked them, check this one out. Ace Austin feels it's only a matter of time before they take over this entire division. And we actually have footage of that. Why don't you roll that for us, Mischief, real quick?
Thanks for the opportunity, guys. Appreciate it. My question is for both athletes, but my part 2, especially for Ace Austin. Bound for Glory is going to showcase some of Impact's Wrestling's top tag teams. So what does a victory at Bound for Glory mean for your careers? And my part 2 for Ace, how long before you and Madman take over the entire tag division over at Impact?
Well, I think Bound for Glory is obviously the perfect time for that. So how many weeks we got till Bound for Glory? That answers your question right there. As far as a win at Bound for Glory goes, I mean, just have a look at what it did for me last year. Just 1 year ago, became X Division champion, shot straight to the main event Slammiversary. Here we are 1 year later, tag title time. So, yeah.
Nice.
Vic, did you have a question for Chris Sabin as well?
Yeah. Also, what would a victory here against all these tag teams mean going forward for Motor City, and what are we looking at for the future?
I think it would solidify our dominance over these teams. It would prove why we are the champs, and we would show everyone, it's vindication, it's so, we're the champs right now. And if we're the champs afterwards, then we can say, all right, see you 4 teams. Now you guys are back at the bottom of the ladder, and we're going to go wrestle the Deaners and Triple XL and all these guys that are waiting their turn.
Awesome.
So yes, Ace Austin and our boy Madman Fulton are gonna take over this tag division in no time. I think it's over. They're gonna hold this down. I think we're gonna shock the world with this new debut of this tag team that we got going on here.
I don't know, man. I don't see the Motor City Machine Guns dropping this. Like right now, I don't feel like the Good Brothers need this. They don't need the titles right now. Like I think that what they're doing in that company is exactly perfect. The guys, they talk shit in the back. They kind of bring like a comedic element, right? That it's still like a threat because they're really good. Unfortunately, it's very WWE when you think about their roles the way I'm describing it. Maybe that's why I'm thinking about it, because that's exactly who they are. Like nothing's changed about them.
Well, that's the piece I was gonna say about the Good Brothers. That it's sad that we're getting the same thing. Like there's nothing fresh. Like and honestly, we can say that about a lot of the talent. I mean, Heath Slater himself. Like there's nothing fresh. Matt Cardona when he went to AEW, nothing fresh. Like this is an opportunity to kind of you still yourself, but reinvent it. Give yourself another edge. I mean, John Moxley did so, right? He's still himself, but he reinvented himself to another degree. And I think we're missing that.
He's gotten stale too.
The Good Brothers have an opportunity to do that here. They have an opportunity. We're not seeing that. Remember, this is what the first pay-per-view match you're gonna have since coming to Impact.
They've had a few matches, but yeah, this probably big high profile for them. Yeah,
it's the first title match.
A win here though definitely solidifies them as the big dogs in town. So I wouldn't be surprised if they could come up with this stuff.
Listen, don't be surprised if the North breaks up.
Yes.
Surprise.
Yes.
Ethan Page goes on his own.
It can only be entertaining. It can only be entertaining.
All I'm saying, both performers have been in the indie circles wrestling single matches. So all I'm saying. So preparation is key.
Preparation H is for your butt.
I was gonna say, but that one was 4. But I was like, nah, let me hold that one, and I guess you saw it and you took it. So congratulations. Deanna Purrazzo.
Yeah, you know what? You're talking about somebody that took it. Like she almost broke the internet the other day. What happened?
Oh, ¿cómo fue? ¿Cómo fue esa?
Con la fotito.
Yo. Cameraman is gonna be happy. Let's just say that.
The little backside one like that? By The Rock?
I think that's exactly how she. Yep, that was the one. She will be facing Kylie Ray in the. She'll be facing the match for the Kylie Ray Lee for the Impact's Women's Championship, the Knockouts Championship. This is gonna be a walk in the park for Deanna. Jersey's here. Jersey's standing proud. Jersey's not losing this gold. We holding it down. Go ahead, Deanna. I'll catch you over at the spot, the diner in the Jersey. You already know.
Which diner, though?
Celebration party.
Todd's Diner?
This match has potential in astronomical proportions. Like, you have 2 competitors that were rated very highly in the PWI. It should have been higher. And 2 girls that can work, man. Purrazzo has proven time and time again since her entering Impact that she is the real deal. And I think this is a shot for Kylie Ray to be demonstrated. I don't believe she's gonna win, but I do believe she's gonna have a great showing, because it's an opportunity to go up against somebody of Deanna's technical prowess. So I'm excited for Kylie. You know, she recently, I believe, just got engaged or married or had a kid or got, I don't know, one of the 5 that
had a kid
under the happiest moments of her life.
This guy changed her whole life.
Yo,
it does sound a little busy, no? I don't know. Is that how much focus is there gonna be on this matchup here tonight? I don't know, man. Deanna, I think, got this easy.
You're never too focused on the biggest opportunity of your career, right? Like, there's nothing gonna take away from that. So she's fine. Is she gonna have the gusto to proceed and win in that strap? I don't know. That's what we'll be able to see. I just feel it's an exciting opportunity to see what Kylie Ray brings to the table, because you're putting her up against Deanna Purrazzo.
It's true.
Cameraman. Let's give the cameraman tips now.
I love how Deanna Purrazzo has like reinvented herself and now is such a technical wrestler. Like, that was an element that we just did not get before she got to Impact. So kudos to
her. Let's be correct. I would say, if anything, her character, because she was the virtuoso, and if you watch her indie work, she definitely could go in.
Dog.
I think.
I'm not talking about her indie work. Let's go.
That's exactly what I was not talking about.
What are you talking about? About the E?
Yeah, man.
Like, and I understand that.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what, like.
Oh, that's not what I was talking about.
This guy, bro. This is why we can't have nice things, man. No nice things.
Now what?
She's definitely has found her niche in Impact, and let's see, man. This could be a banger.
Kylie's gonna give her a good match, though.
Yeah, facts.
Okay, I'm definitely looking forward to it. That's for sure. But we are definitely here to settle some beefs.
In the main event.
The main event of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we at HPC are always in the in, and we try to keep on top of what's going on. And this was definitely trending. This was something that we've been waiting for since Slammiversary, actually. The build has been great. And so much so that we had to literally speak to Mr. Eric Young and Rich Swan and get their intake on tonight's matchup. So here goes.
Eric Young, hi, thanks for the opportunity, guys. Rich Swan, how you guys doing? My question is for both of y'all, man. This feud has been well documented, and you guys have said before you're gonna make history on October the 24th. Eric Young, you specifically have mentioned some of the legendary names have wrestled in the past. What's the forecast going forward after Bound for Glory to the winner? What are some of the names you guys might want to work with after the fact?
Yeah, for me, I mean, I've said this too, and I want to be very clear: is this locker room has unlimited potential, and that's just being real. That's from a pro wrestling fan in me looking around and seeing. Potential is what the word means. It doesn't mean that it will manifest itself. It doesn't mean it will become what it could be, but it's exciting to look around and think like, oh, like I could do something with him, and that would be special, and that would be interesting. So the potential is unlimited. Sharing the world, the ring with Rich, it is something I'm excited for. Is it's a very, very, very wide canvas that we get to paint with. Story first, and I think that's something that I think he would agree with. But it's an exciting to look around and see the potential that's there. The hard work. There's all kinds of hard work in front of us. We're growing the audience. We're collecting eyeballs, as it would say. But the hard part is keeping those eyeballs and multiplying them. So it's exciting to see where it can go. And I will be excited to be defending the world title on future pay-per-views.
Bam.
Gentlemen, are we ready? This is the main event. Talk to me.
I hear the Jordan intro song like doo 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 doo. Yo, if Eric Young doesn't keep this title, I don't know what is wrestling anymore. Like, Eric Young has to whoop Rick Swan's ass up and down this ring. I just don't see it any other way. Like, Eric Young has been so good with this title. It would be a shock to the system to see Rich Swann hold it down. And guess what? I'll tell you one other thing. I expect these two to not be the only ones involved in this match tonight. Take that however you will. That is
okay. I see what you mean where he has to whoop his ass. The injury alone, it's gonna be a factor. He's gonna take advantage of it. This man has dastardly deed and tendencies throughout this whole build. It's gonna get violent. It's gonna get tough to watch. And to be honest, it has to be. Eric Young has to be that violent and that cynical and be the champion that has to be beaten, but is that tough to beat, man. I don't see Rich Swann being that guy to dethrone Eric Young. It has to be a much bigger opponent, maybe a much stronger opponent. Rich Swann is hurt still, not 100%. I'm good, Eric Young.
But let's make sure we're establishing the fact that this isn't Sonny Kiss versus Kenny Omega. We're not talking about that the main event's going to be a squash match. This match, you have to understand, we're talking about one of the luckiest men on Impact. All right? Talk to Susie about that. Right? So, I mean, he has an opportunity right here. Same thing I said about Kylie Ray. Yo, he has an opportunity right now to legitimize himself in the main event picture. And he has a crutch. Literally.
And he's going to use it.
He doesn't have to win this match. He has the opportunity that I hope we very soon see for our boy Chris Bay in the main event picture, because that's money right there. So let's see what he brings to the table. Let's see Rich Swann. This is something they've been building on for a while. Remember, this is bound for glory. They're not going to put two people in the main event if they don't have complete confidence in them. And Rich Swann is an entertainer. Rich Swann is a performer. Is tonight the night he hits that extra level? Is tonight the night that his career gets catapulted? Is tonight the night that he proves the doubter wrong? Now, I don't think it's tonight, but you know
not tonight, baby.
Somebody call my mama.
Aye, Papa. Gentlemen, all I know is it's going to be a hell of a night. The excitement is here. We've been waiting for it. We're only minutes away at this point. If you haven't already, please call your local cable company, your pay-per-view providers, Fight TV, Fight app, everywhere. Go get this locked in. Get ready for the show. Get ready for the Hall of Fame. Congratulations to Ken Shamrock. Congratulations to everybody on this damn card, because it's going to be a banger, a must-watch. Bound for Glory, the biggest night of the year is here, and it's about to start. And who else better than to give you the prep you needed than us, the bad guys? Pretty Chubby, why don't you tell them how they can show love to the bad guys?
Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, HEC2 Sweet, and on YouTube, Heels Pops and Chair Shot, and hit that subscribe button. Too sweet that.